The absolute number one question that I get asked is, how did you heal yourself? Welcome to my series, Watering Self. In this episode, I'm going to be answering that question. How did I heal myself? You guys have asked me this so many times, and I never really gave it much thought. But I thought back to the very first moment that I can remember that I said, I'm done. I'm done being depressed. I'm done feeling like a victim. I'm done pitying myself and loathing in my sorrow. I'm done. I'm tired of being tired. Now, I had felt this way once before in my life, and I was 16 years old. And when I reached that point in my 16-year-old self of feeling tired of being tired, I attempted suicide. Obviously, it didn't work. I'm still here. But on a serious note, I remember waking up in the hospital, and I remember thinking to myself, all right, God, you didn't take me with you. If you didn't take me with you, there's a reason why you didn't. And I will never allow myself to get back to this level ever again. So in my young adult life, when I was like 20, 21, and I reached that point of being tired of being tired, I knew that I was going to have to take a different approach this time around. So what I did is I took myself back to my 16-year-old self in the hospital, telling myself, God didn't take you home. And there's a reason for that. And I said to myself, all right, God, everyone always tells me that you are a purposeful God, that you know me more than I know myself, that you knew the path of my life before my creation. And I said to myself, all right, if this is true, then I'm going to trust in it. I'm going to trust that there is a reason that you've brought me this far. I am going to trust that you know what you're doing in my life, and I'll accept it. I'll accept that all the suffering and trauma and things that I have had to go through were purposeful. I accept that I am blind on my journey, but I'm going to put faith in what you see. And that's what I did. I literally remember just saying, fuck it. This is the cards that life dealt me. I can sit here and I can fucking pity myself, or I can accept it and let it go. And when I chose acceptance, I had such an overwhelming sense of peace. I knew that this wasn't it. This acceptance wasn't just going to heal my problems, but I knew that I had sparked something different in myself. As time went by and I got through more and more obstacles, and I healed more parts of myself and traumatic events of my childhood and emotional things that I was dealing with, I began to realize that without darkness, there's no light. I quickly realized that who I am becoming, I wouldn't have been able to become had my life gone the way I thought it should have. And I began to grow appreciative of those hard times in my life, because had I not had those moments of suffering, I wouldn't know, and I wouldn't be able to learn what I'm learning now. And then it hit me. The content of who we are, the way we view the world, it's not created when everything is going right. The integrity that we have with ourselves is really created from the darkness in our lives. And then I started to think of everything in the world, right? Everything that's opposite, the moon, the sun, good and bad, highs and lows. And I started to really realize how all of those things are necessary to have balance, to have peace. This is a takeaway that I want you guys to get from this, okay? We are like flowers. The seed of the flower is planted in the depth and darkness of the soil. And it is pivotal because in that darkness, that seed grows its roots. You grow your foundation. And you continue to expand your wisdom, your knowledge, your roots. And you grow with each and every time that you expand. And when you're ready, you will push through that soil, much like a flower does, and you will taste the light. You will feel the warmth. So change your perspective. You are the flower planted in the darkness, and it is up to you to grow yourself, create your foundation so that you may reach the light. And it is a matter of having faith that the light is there. You cannot let yourself get consumed with the darkness because then you won't grow. The darkness isn't the end. It's actually the beginning. Stay tuned for more videos. I have been able to break down my own healing journey into 4 steps. The first one being acceptance. You're gonna have to wait and see what that second step is in our second video in this series. Anyways, I hope that you guys all have a wonderful day. I hope that this left you with some thoughts on your own life. And always remember, it's all love in all ways, always.